Now I'm going to show you how to match the sides of all three triangles using color. This is the faster, easier way, for me anyways. And you can see this, I just traced these from my original triangle that I pieced out, all right? There they are, you see these two together makes that. So, in your problem, you're going to have this altitude drawn, right? So how do we keep it straight? So I'm going to draw, you can draw the original triangle out again, the large triangle. I personally end up using my drawing and then I kind of mark through the altitude just to save a little space. Then you pick a color to mark the hypotenuse. So what I like to do is I know the longest side on this triangle, since all three we just said are similar, the hypotenuses have to be proportional. Also, by the way, don't forget to mark your right angles. Very important to do that. So you have your original problem, then you redraw the pieces, and you color code the hypotenuse, hypoteni, all right? Now, let's go back to that part where we were talking about where we had these pieces here, right, that made this triangle. This piece came here. You can tell for sure that this angle comes from this angle, right? So angle A and angle A are the same angle. It's not like we cut angle A in pieces. Angle B doesn't work because we cut it up. It's now two different pieces. All right. Now, what I like to do is go to my big triangle, my original, and I pick a color and I mark that side. So I know that the pink side and the blue side meet at that angle. Well, which two sides meet at this angle? I've already got my hypotenuse marked, so I do the color on the other side that meets that angle. All right? So I know that my AB on my new triangle is kind of like my original, is kind of like my AD on my new triangle is like my AB on my old triangle. Those two are proportional. And this one goes with that one. All right. Now you could say, okay, let's finish labeling this. I think it's easier to wait on these middle pieces that came from the altitude later. So I'm going to go ahead and color this edge right here, right? And that side, I'm going to put 2 marks because this angle is not the same as that one, right? And it matches. If you look at the piece that I had coming from my original triangle, right, it comes down here. It's exactly the same angle. So it matches this angle. All right. Well, on my similar triangles, corresponding sides should match. So I need to find the side that corresponds to the green. Well, the green and the blue touch this angle. That's the blue, that's the green. Now, people tend to freak out right here. They go, oh, the colors switched sides. You're right, they did. And they will do this every single time. So if you look, here's this left side. It flipped. Pink, blue, blue, pink. This right side, it flipped. Green, blue, blue, green. It always does that. Now, a lot of times, you will need to use this piece in your proportion, right? So if you're using this piece right here, then I need to color that. So here's the other part where people freak out. On here, I don't want to color it pink because I already have the pink corresponding side. The only other side to do is the green one, right? And over here, I shouldn't color it green. I already have a green side, so it needs to be pink. The cool thing about this is this kind of leads to, if you're ever working with just these 2 triangle pieces, you can end up with the same thing in different parts of a proportion. I'll talk about that in a geometric mean. So essentially now all you've done is color-coded the corresponding sides on 3 different triangles, and you're going to use these to solve proportions. Now, normally to do a proportion you only need 2 triangles, so depending on the problem, it'll determine which 2 triangles you want to use. If you only know one side on this triangle, then you're probably not using that triangle. If you know two sides on a triangle, then that's probably the one that you want to use. All right, so this is only about labeling your triangles so you can set up your proportions. Most of my examples will be done with color.